with keep. Hello, everyone. My name is Antoine Powell, and thank you for tuning in to Blab. We have created a great platform for entrepreneurs, and we're looking forward to helping people that's dealing with challenges when starting a business. So today, I present to you Reach Out, the basic elements for entrepreneurs. What this broadcast is mainly about is entrepreneurs who are seeking improvement and also looking for different resources so that they won't fail within the first year. What I have came along with is some wonderful resources that majority of us are not aware of because when we start a business, sometimes we invest so much into the business that if we're not seeing the results, eventually we fail, mainly because of profit. So here on Reach Out, what we're going to do is continue to reach out and give advice to each other. And we're looking for ways that we can continue to the entrepreneur community so that we all can continue to succeed. And today I have a wonderful guest. His name is Ross, better known as Ludwig 24, right?
Yep.
Okay, and I want you to give a brief introduction of yourself and the wonderful news as far as your accomplishment and what you got going for yourself.
Okay. As Twain said, my name is Ludwig 24. I am 20 years old from Indianapolis, Indiana, and I'm recently been placed in charge of the landscaping crew at my church, which is a tremendous honor considering I'm probably one of the youngest people to ever take over. And I like to help and encourage other people when they need improvement. I like to help my friends out when I can, and I definitely want to give people advice if they need anything, like because I help out drumming and all that stuff. So if you have any questions, I would love to help out.
Okay, great. That was a wonderful introduction. And I want to add something to what Ross did not mention. He also created his own YouTube station. He currently, he's definitely doing his own thing. So, would you consider yourself as an entrepreneur, or how would you classify yourself right now?
Oh, I don't know if I could call myself an entrepreneur, but
But the steps you're taking, those are the things that entrepreneurs are doing, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I can call myself.
I mean, I would consider you as an entrepreneur. The reason being is you took an action upon yourself. You might not think you're considered as an entrepreneur because you probably don't have a physical website or you don't have this business or you don't have an image. But ideally, majority of what the smart entrepreneurs are doing, they're not investing so much into the physical business or the physical products. They're investing into the service. And that's what you're offering at your church right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm creating a community from one platform to another because I met you on one platform, which was Periscope. And now I introduce you to Blab because you're new to Blab, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, this platform is a bit different. Of course, you have to have a structured banner. You want to be able to promote it differently. You want to have people know, like, this is what I'm doing and this is what the conversation is about. Opposed to Periscope, it's just basically you write a title and you go live.
Yeah, that's basically all it is.
Sales on November.
Yeah, be sure to jump in, Keith. I'm sorry, Christopher. Jump in, Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Christopher. Hello, Ross. Hello, Antoine. Hello from Australia.
Hey.
Hello.
Welcome.
And hello, Virgil from Paris. Are you in Paris? In France somewhere? Don't you think this is just the most amazing thing that we've got this global conversation going on? So Virgil's in Paris. It's 2 a.m. I'm in Melbourne. It's 1 p.m. Friday. And you guys are in the US and it's Thursday night.
I'm in Pennsylvania. Actually, WordPress platforms for businesses. Because when you start using WordPress, you see that you get oftentimes lost in the sheer number of themes and plugins that there are. And what we did is we had scaled down a small version of WordPress so that anybody that just wanted to do a plain blog could jump onto our platform and use premium themes and premium plugins for like $29 a month. and be on lightning fast hosting and have all these services available. They wouldn't have to mess around with cPanel, installing WordPress, installing everything else that's needed. So we have a bunch of platforms out there. We've developed a lot for customers individually. But it's basically like on the Genesis framework, so it's a good stable framework. It's on Lightning Base, which is one of the fastest hosting services out there. It's a managed.
I'm going to decode for you there, Christopher. I'm going to decode for you. The reason why it's so timely that you come on this call, the reason why it's so timely is that I've just introduced Antoine to Tumblr.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's free.
And that's
hello, welcome, Wendy.
Welcome, Wendy. How are you?
Good.
I'm glad you could join us. We're having an interesting discussion on affiliate marketing here.
Yeah, actually, I was just with a client, so I'm sorry that I couldn't pursue Antoine.
No, that's great. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were talking about in our Skype, Antoine, was actually affiliate marketing, how I was telling you we're going to use the sales and landing pages to create affiliate offers. And so you go and you grab these affiliate offers. You don't have to have any investment. The only thing you invest is your time.
Right.
Create these landing pages because Profit Canvas is fully hosted. So you don't even have to have a website. And you take these offers, create it, you get a link, and then you put your link out there. That's what we were talking about, is affiliate marketing to make you some money to help further your other business.
Yeah, and I am aware of it. Like I mentioned, I am aware of affiliate marketing, but I haven't ever actually experienced it. So, like with me, like as I was mentioning earlier before Christopher and you joined in, Wendy, I was saying like for people with small business, it's kind of a little difficult. Like for instance, me starting out with a jewelry company and not having a nice amount of clients just to start out with, and then you actually invest in more into the company already. You invest your time, you invest your money, and then now you're paying for the service of how you are trying to market the service, but you're not generating much income. And that's kind of what Ross and I were discussing about how people, like when you very first start out, it's kind of like you already designed for failure. And that's kind of one of the topics that we were discussing about how when people like, I actually just created an article, I put it on Tumblr, and how we start off as entrepreneurs, we just have the passion, like I'm going to succeed, I'm going to keep going, no matter what. But after you're not seeing the results, like if I spend $500 on product and then I spend a total of $1,200 a year just advertising my product, so if I'm not making anything over $1,700, I'm bound to fail soon because I'm not generating enough income.
And that's why, one thing that I do with Cash Life Mastery is I teach people to bootstrap their business. And like we talked about, we've got Profit Canvas, which is the $47 a month, and then Aweber, which is your autoresponder. Those are the two things you absolutely have to have. You're talking $67 a month. And if you cannot put $67 a month into a business, then you don't need to be in business. Back sitting in a seat doing this.
Okay, well, I've got my lap desk on, so it's kind of doing one of these.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay, so what I'm getting from this conversation, tell me if I'm talking too loud, is that you guys are talking about specifically whether or not you should get into an industry if you don't know what it is, or whether you should buy into programs like yours, Wendy, that provides information on how to become an entrepreneur and all of that. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I think the recap is that Antoine and others...
Yeah, it's not a program that I have. It's just a method of marketing online. You use sales and landing pages, which is a sales and landing page creator. So he can make his pictures of his jewelry and things like that beautiful and have a link. Then he uses an autoresponder to connect that up to capture email. So that way he's also building his list. That's my advice to you.
Gotcha. So your service is essentially providing a utility to allow someone to set up their pages for their products and then auto-respond and capture emails and all that good stuff with analytics.
But it's hosted. It's a hosted
service.
Yes, so you don't even have to have a website.
No, I may be off topic on this, and that's perfectly fine. But there were a couple things that I caught specifically, like the discussion on what an entrepreneur is. Like, is an entrepreneur someone who's entrepreneurial, meaning that they take risks with the intention of starting a number of businesses, or is an entrepreneur someone who just has the interest in running startups or what have you? And in that regard, my argument is an entrepreneur is someone who starts businesses knowing that there's an inherent risk in it, but is willing to shoulder that risk in order to get it done. And the reason I've defined it that way is I run with a lot of other friends Startup Weekend. And Startup Weekend is where a ton of people come in and they start their little businesses, whether it's creating products or creating a website or an application or what have you, specific stuff related to trying to begin your project. And a lot of times these people may not be entrepreneurial at all. Like, they have zero interest in really doing it. They just had an idea and got into it, and it ultimately flops, or they run with it forever, but they're still not entrepreneurial. And that's my take on that, on that particular thing. In regards to the affiliate marketing and creating a service that is designed to kind of help you grow that, the thing is that your business, your startup, is never going to go anywhere at all, even if you buy a handful of tools that are designed for, capturing leads and gathering analytical data and all that good stuff, Kissmetrics and analytics and yada yada yada. It's not going to matter, because what ultimately does it for you is you have a unique selling point that captures someone's interest and ultimately converts them into a sale. And whether that is going to a market and handing out business cards and making people do it, or giving it away for free, or having a newsletter, or what have you, it doesn't make a difference. It's all the same stuff. I mean, eBay, the reason PayPal kicked ass its first year and a half is because they gave you $10 every time you signed up. So it's really about your marketing strategy and your enthusiasm for it, because in reality, most people ultimately will start their product, start their site, start whatever they're going to do, and they go through this nice, quick and interest and lose it. And I know this because I run a web development studio that works with major companies, and I love it. But sometimes, even today, I came home early today because I was like, I am done with work today. I run a nonprofit, and I love my nonprofit, but I had to put up 20 events, and I got 5 done. And I was like, I'm done with this today. And so, realistically, it's entirely up to your enthusiasm to sell the product.
Fahad, nice to meet you. Join to the conversation. We're all in our own way. We're entrepreneurs, and we're just dialoguing on how we are able to offer the different type of advice, or whether, one who started their business are they actually succeeding, or if they're actually becoming a liability. Are you into business, or what are you currently into?
Yeah, I've always been into business, but also I did a different type of business. So one is nonprofit organization that I did for the past 3 years, and that's like not a business type thing, because it's all people. You're doing sales, but like you're not actually selling a product. The product that you're selling is like the service that you're providing to other people.
Oh, exactly.
But you still have to market. You still have to do all this kind of stuff. And then also now I'm doing taxes for people. And I have a decent amount of experience doing that, and I see the guy who's my boss, and I'm making him maybe like $500-600 a day, and he's paying me like $100 a day. And the only difference between him is, well, I mean, he has a location and stuff like that, but I think that's a good business to get into too. It's like nice seasonal business to do that I have the expertise in.
Did you do taxes?
Right.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah.
You said I couldn't do that. It's too much math. Nope.
I love math. Math my favorite subject.
Oh, I hated math in school.
Any more you get online and the programs online, you still have to know what you're talking about. You still have to know, what you're doing. And it's just
it's a nice little seasonal business. You make all your money in 4 months, and you can have like a small location somewhere that's what I'm looking for, something like that. The
advice that I know for a fact is once you become a part of what I'm building, which is a community for entrepreneurs, there are many resources available. At this moment, I'm in Chicago. Ross, he's over in Louisiana.
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. I'm sorry. Christopher, he's over in Philadelphia or Pennsylvania. Which one? Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Okay. And where are you from, Fad?
I live in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Okay, and you're in Utah. So I'm sure, like, based on this platform that I set up, there are going to be people that's similar either in your field or have the advice, because what I'm learning now is, excuse me, social media marketing is almost the best way of marketing for 2016. I heard you asking some question about the packages. You wanted to ask Keith? You wanted to ask Christopher? Was that you asking a question about the how large is the package?
Asking about the package.
Oh, okay.
No, that was someone else. Lightning-based package have larger packages.
Oh, okay.
What type of business do you have? Are you thinking about business or?
Yeah, so I worked in financial services for the past 5 years, and I've always been interested in web marketing, and I think now is a good time for me to get into it. Specifically, I'm looking to do local SEO, marketing, AdSense, anything that has to do with social media, whatever the business need is, just kind of use my skill set to help local companies get a better presence on the web.
So are you doing affiliate marketing? Because I heard you say AdSense. Is that like more affiliate marketing?
Yeah, I can dabble in that too, but I need to kind of define the initial target market and see what the need is. Okay. I think a lot of businesses in Palm Beach, they're very small and they have limited capital and they have, limited understanding of the web and how it's changing. So I'm going to kind of lever my professional and just sense and understanding of what's out there to kind of bridge the gap and help them out. I have a lot of friends in the industry of web marketing, and they've done pretty well, and I can have them to help me out too.
Oh, that's interesting.
The one thing you have to remember, if you're gonna do, and I'm just putting this link up because this is a product that we sell. I'm not saying this you need to pick up this product, but I'm going to tell you what this product does, and this is what you're looking for. This is called SEO Snapshot. What it basically does is it reviews a website, and it gives you a printout of about a 6 or 7 page printout. The first 3 pages reviews the site and tells you what's wrong with the website. The next 3 pages tell you what you need to do to fix it. Fine.
So, guys, what I learned, and I hope Kevon learned from this conversation, is although there are sources that's affordable, but there are other options that might be a little out of our range, but they are more beneficial. And the challenge that I want to present to you, Zach, is since you're on a large platform, whereas not only am I creating this for just basic people, but this is actually for international, like people who are following me. They're from Australia, they're from all different type of countries. And I'm not sure how big of a fan base you have, but I do know you have large contracts. I'm going to keep this blab going as far as like on a weekly basis. And the challenge that I wanted to present to you, because I know Christopher, he was offering, things that's in our range. Is there any way where you guys can, come up with a foundation, whereas if it was something designed that's more beneficial for the people like myself and it's affordable, is that any question possible? It's a wonderful, and what I would love to do with people like you is like create content that can be provided to people that's interested. But like you said, there are because one thing, a lot of people, they just go for what they think is best for them. And what seems best is things that's cheaper, and if we can create content, similar to what Christopher is offering, and we can actually have things that's realistic in our eyes and show the difference, opposed to just speaking on the difference, it'll make a lot more sense, and it'll force people to do more research to see which content is better than actually choosing for them. And I think that's really interesting, and I love the fact that both of you guys are in similar fields, but you're doing something different, because it shows us that it's not always going to be just one option. It's not going to always be that one fat cat. It's going to be a time where you have to make a huge decision, And sometimes if you make the wrong decision, you might derail, but that's just the risk that we take,
Right.
So,
Exactly. It's got to be well thought out. You got to do something. You have to do something.
I think this was beautiful, guys. And Zach, I want you to tune in, with me next week. I start my blab at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
This was my first blab actually, and I'm gonna have the little more stuff. Oh, this your first time on the site?
Yeah.
Oh wow, and I'm glad you chose my blab. What was the most interesting thing made you choose the blab?
I think it was that the description was specific. It wasn't hacky. It wasn't random characters. It was very, very topical. When we run local meetups and we do a lot of stuff online ourselves. When we do that, usually it's this to this specific thing, and that's what causes people to join us. Is because we're not trying to throw some random nonsense out there in the titles.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
And Christopher, may I ask what made you join my blab today? If I can improve any content, is there anything specific that? What's that?
No, I mean, I just think a lot of people that are just starting out on the internet looking for a business would like to have somebody journaling their journey, talking about the issues that they run into, the day-to-day things that they face, the obstacles they run into, what the solutions were. I think that's what people are looking for. They have issues, they have problems. They're looking for someone who's been down that road before that they can trust.
Yeah.
To give the right answer and let them know.
Okay, that's great. Yeah. And as I mentioned, guys, I got a few people that I'm working with as far as just to put content out there, not to offer any product or service. I do have a little small jewelry company, but that's not my primary focus. That's just something that I can gain attention, like I mentioned, more than a few times. Excuse me. But my fiance and I, we also create our YouTube channel, so that's another aspect of things. We went to South Korea. We did a little traveling, a little interracial dating. It's a wonderful lifestyle, and I'm just creating content to show people that things are not just going to come and sit in our lap. So the whole format of this platform is to get entrepreneurs to understand. Just putting that title up there just to say I'm an entrepreneur, anyone can do that. To actually take the action and to make sure that you're making the right choice and admit, okay, I made the mistake and that's why I failed. Everyone's not doing that. They want to blame someone. They want to blame WordPress. They want to blame, maybe your company's act. But at the end of the day, if they do their own research and we figure out what we need to do to make sure that we made the best decision possible for us at that time, then we shouldn't live in regrets because we know we're putting in the effort. So, that's just something I want to leave with you guys as a thought. And I really appreciate the insight, and I welcome you guys to all my blabs moving forward because you guys made it so interesting. I had 57 viewers, and I'm thankful you guys came in. So I look forward to seeing you guys again. And also, I'm gonna DM you, Zach. I'm gonna check out the link, Chris. And you guys enjoy the rest of the weekend and be safe. And I'm gonna look forward to seeing you guys again. All right.
Next week.
Good talk.
You got it, my man.
Good talk.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Yeah, man.
Take it easy, y'all.
Keep up with that good information. I'm gonna be looking for it. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right,
guys. Bye.